Welcome back to Monkey Man Sports. This is just James today, and just James's hands, as all I'm doing today is filling you guys in on a big deal for us. Anyway, this is the Drake Maye KABOOM that Shannon, blessedly, pulled
Of course she did. Who else would have?
from an absolute mega that we got back months ago. And as the first sort of big card in our collection, we really agonized about how to sell this best. We knew that, not being Patriots fans, but the fact this is a rookie QB, we understood that there's all kinds of options available to us. We could grade the card, but that presented a series of challenges being in Canada with the tariffs, with the shipping, with the insurance. How do you make sure it doesn't get lost? There was a whole bunch of questions surrounding that. There was the pre-grading process of deciding, is this in good enough shape to actually grade? And we decided it is, but the cost was prohibitive. It was expensive. There's a lot of things going on surrounding that. So then we started trying to say, okay, well, maybe we can sell it sort of at like top of the market raw. And we tried doing that through Facebook Marketplace, through eBay. I went back and forth about that. We did it on it quite a bit. I think the right choice might have been just, if we're not going to grade it, we make that decision immediately. If I could do it all again, I would have slammed it up on auction. I would have set a $1 bid, and I would have just shipped it as an auction. And we probably would have got maybe $1,400 Canadian, $1,350 Canadian. And that would have been a good win for this card in the circumstance that we got it, right? Did we get it in the first 10 days of Absolute coming out? No. Did we pull it months into the KABOOM chase? Yes. Are they still really hard to find? Absolutely. This is a crazy hit. And what we ended up doing is we found an individual who saw it through our eBay channel along with some other cards, and sort of worked out a deal in that capacity. So we're packing it up for shipping today because a deal was finally reached, and it's going to net out to about $1,200 Canadian for us, which is still a good win considering it's selling for about $1,200 on eBay, but I'm managing to avoid sort of some of the eBay fees. I sold it elsewhere through a different structure. So that's sort of the scoop there, and I figured we're going to pack it up today. You can see right now it was set up in a grading sleeve, and most of the cards that we have that are top end, and at some point I'm going to send out to grading once we get our first batch back, and we see how our pre-grades did, to see if we're on track or off track regarding PSA 10, PSA 9, whatever we get. But this card's not going to grading. This card's going to a new friend we just made. So we're going to pull it out, and we're going to pack it up. It's already been cleaned. The surface has been sort of wiped with a microfiber. It's placed in a brand new penny sleeve. I've got a 55-point top loader. I was thinking about sending it in a one-touch, but a one-touch has the negative side effect of it potentially scratching the surface of the card. Whereas if you have the penny sleeve involved here, you avoid that entirely. And something like this is probably our safest bet. You can see that's nicely in there now. I figured to give it some extra stability, I've got these are like 130-point top loaders. I'm going to load up some of these extended series 24-25 hockey cards into sleeves. I'm going to slam them in the big thick holder to create kind of like a brick wall. I'll sandwich the KABOOM between both of these, and then we'll use some Card Defender cardboards that we've got through various transactions on eBay to create like a solid brick where this thing is not going anywhere, and it absolutely cannot be bent even if you tried to with your bare hands. I think that gives us the absolute best chance to get this card sent to our new friend in the best possible condition with no hiccups. I feel like if someone's buying a card at the $1,000 plus mark from us here at Monkey Man Sports, it deserves the time and attention to make sure that we don't, screw up the shipping and send a mangled sort of mess. I know I would not want to make that sort of investment and then find out it didn't work out the way we'd hoped. So maybe one card too many. That feels good. Just bang those down there. And the plus size is maybe we send this guy a hockey player he actually likes. Right? So that's solid as hell. Right? So that'll go on one side. And then we'll end up doing something similar for the other. I didn't count. How many cards did I use there, guys? 6, 7? Something like that. And that should stack it up very nicely. I'll tell you this. I would have loved to have done a video like this for a downtown that we pulled at some point, because that was the other, big chase of the highly liquid sports cards, those KABOOMs, those downtowns. in some ways, I actually, honestly, if we'd pulled a Kaboom that I was like truly excited about, like a JD5, I don't know if we'd even sell it. I might just sit on that for another year and see how it goes. But as much as I love Drake Maye and I believe in him, I think he's a good quarterback. I think that situation in New York is so volatile. A second year, they're still trying to build around him. I think they might need a full other year to find the right pieces. I don't think Stephon Diggs at this point in his career is much of an answer for anything. At least in terms of developing Drake Maye. I almost like to see him throw the ball to Demario Douglas a little more. I felt like that connection looked really good in fantasy. A couple of weeks I actually streamed Douglas off the wire, expecting him to do well after that one good game. And of course, disappointed with that. It didn't actually work out, but I think I was onto something there. I think Douglas is better than he's given credit for. So anyway, we're gonna move this Drake Maye on to someone else. Hopefully they have the opportunity to grade it in a way that we weren't able to make it make sense. At least financially for us with the shipping and the insurance and the risk portfolio. I'd rather take the risk of selling it to someone that I meet who's another card company. And I didn't ask their permission to shout them out or anything because I don't know if they want that kind of publicity from us. But I hope they really enjoy this card. I'll tell you what, this has been a long time coming to figure out where our first big deal is going to come from. And this is now in the books and complete. So if you have any questions, guys, about maybe you're going through something similar and you pulled a big card and you don't know how to sell it and you want to have a longer, more straightforward dialogue about it, reach out to us through our socials. We can get a conversation going. I'll even set up a phone call with you. We can talk it all through, and I'll walk you through the agonizing process of trying to figure out how do you maximize a return on investment for a big card you pull when the cost of the hobby is as expensive as it is. You're simply not going to want to lose out on the top end when half the boxes you open, you're losing out anyway. So I can understand the impetus of wanting to get the best bang for your buck, and I think we got as well as we could have done with our first kick at the can here, and we're only going to get better at moving and transacting with these big value cards. But this is as you can see, just a gorgeous. You can see how sharp those corners are. It just came straight from the pack, straight to sleeve, and you guys can see through this video kind of how I handle the cards. Like, I'm pretty, for a big oaf of a guy, I'm pretty delicate with them. So I think we're going to do a little sandwich like this, right in the middle, so it's solid as hell. And then we'll put some cardboard on either side, tape the whole thing together so I can't go anywhere, put each one of these in a team bag so it can't slide out. I feel like that's going to ship it really solidly to our friend. Probably put it in a small box with some, packing paper or bubble wrap or whatever on it to guarantee that there's no fusses and no screw-ups, so it arrives exactly as expected. I think our customers are deserving of that. So hey, just thanks for the little chat with me today. This is a big deal for us. We wanted to share it with you, and we're excited to keep moving around in this space and making deals and pulling cards and having fun with the rest of you. So if you enjoyed a little stream of consciousness from me today, do let me know. I'm happy to do these kind of videos just to talk about different subjects if you think anything I say is worth any value at all. Once again, James at Monkey Man Sports, we sold the Kaboom. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.